Sarvatra Varjayet, Atirek Vinashaya. Anything in excess leads to destruction. And today, excess has become a new normal. More packages, more products, more online deliveries, more shoes, more clothes, more cars, more warehouses, more production, more consumption, and more disposables, and more waste. Every year, the earth generates 2.5 billion tons of waste. That means every human contributes 250 kg of waste every year. And as I'm talking today, we are adding more waste to the waste mountain. You feel when you throw the waste away, it goes into magic and disappears. But there is no away. It either goes into soil or lingers in the landfill. Good morning. I am Surbi, named after the first holy thing that came out of the Samudra Manthan. Samudra Manthan, a story that we all have been hearing as kids. And as we grew up, we always were told the story of God at one side, demons on the other, a strong mountain, a serpent around it, and everybody pulling it back and forth. Why did the Samudra Manthan happen? Because, according to mythology, there was disbalance. The demons and the gods were not happy with what was available on the surface. So they churned the ocean. They churned the ocean for more. They churned the ocean for greed. They churned more. And alas, the ocean never gave them gifts. The ocean gave them poison. And don't you think that today we are standing and repeating the same mythology story again? We are churning the ocean for our greed, churning the ocean for our needs, churning the ocean to get what we actually do not want, and churning the ocean to compete and for convenience. Again, today, like the ancient story goes, the churning is not giving us any gifts but poison. Poison today looks like waste. Waste is unavoidable. Do you think we should stop using products just because it creates waste? No, we cannot. Waste is a byproduct. If there are humans, humans create waste. Habits create waste. Cities create waste. So, when we dispose waste, there is no away. Do you think, after all the poison that we are churning out of the ocean, an uncluttered future is really possible? To be honest, I think yes, because when there is no away, there is definitely a way. Today, when you all go home, I want you all to do a very simple activity. Just go home, do not look at the food you're eating, do not look at your living room, do not look in your drawing room, do not look at the television. A very simple thing placed in your house. I want to go look for your dustbin. Everybody should look in their dustbin and observe it. So when we buy something and throw it away, we open the lid of the dustbin, put the trash in, close the lid, and we feel that it will disappear like magic. But it doesn't disappear. Waste either goes into soil or factories or landfills. So when you observe your dustbin today, you might find a coffee cup which could have been replaced with a steel mug which is reusable. You might find food waste mixed with plastic. You might find a plastic bottle that could have been a glass and reusable. You could find a garment which was in the dustbin, which could have been a product, a cotton product. So the clothes we wear, the trash we use, the dustbin could also have a delivery, a Zomato, a Blinkit parcel. So just observe your dustbin. Your dustbin will tell the real lifestyle that you are living in your house. and how much waste we are generating. Look at your dustbin and then just sit and use a device and multiply. One day, one dustbin, 1 hour, 1 week, one house, one building, one society, one city, and then one country. You will understand the magnitude of waste that we are creating with just simple habits. When you just throw away a blanket wrapper or a packaging that has come to your house, you do not understand the magnitude of it. You feel that it is trash. But when you will look at the dustbin and understand why we are segregating waste, you will understand the impact of the waste journey. So, yes, there is a way. And the waste that we produce is unavoidable, like I mentioned, but we can design its journey after the dustbin to make the world a better place. Every time we buy a product, we should make it a practice to ask these three questions. Do I need it? How long will I use it? And how long will it stay? These three questions will answer a lot of problems that as humans we are doing to pollute our earth and send the waste to landfills. Do I need the product really? Do I need that coffee cup in the morning, or can I do it with a steel cup that I can wash and reuse again? Do I really need the garment that I'm buying online, or can I just reuse a mother's sari? Do I really need a new pair of footwear, or can I just mend it and wear it again? Am I just bored and buying new things, or I do really need it? These are the questions we have to ask ourselves. How long will I use it? Just go and see your dustbin and you will see things that you've just used for a minute and that are going to stay on the planet for 4,000 years. A spin that was not of use, a diaper used by a baby, a sanitary napkin used by a woman, and just multiply every time. It is a very simple activity, but that will help us understand the magnitude and the waste mountain that we are sitting on. And how long will it stay? So, according to me, waste is not a problem. Managing waste is the problem. The journey, the waste journey that we have to understand after disposing that waste should be the solution. That brings me to designing disposables. So, a fun fact about Samudra Manthan. First, they churned the ocean, then came out poison, then came out the Kamdhenu guy, and then came out nectar. So, yes, there is hope. Designing disposables is the only solution that the world is moving forward with. When you generate waste, the waste, if it converts into something very useful for the planet again, then the waste is a boon and a blessing. So, for example, a lot of industries are moving towards turning agriculture waste into cutlery, into packaging. So, when you see around products, you only hear about words saying sustainable, eco friendly. But what is eco friendly? So, when you use something which is going back to the soil, so the waste journey is soil and not the landfill. So, those are the kind of products that we choose when we choose products. Agriculture waste like bagas, like farm. So first they used to burn it and it used to generate air pollution and smoke. But now many industries are just converting into plates, spoons and using them. So there's nectar, there's change in that industry. A lot of industries are redesigning packaging. They are using paper pulp, they are using recycled paper, they are using good eco-friendly, compostable, biodegradable products to do their packaging. Initially, when they used single-use plastic, the single-use plastic just lingered in the landfill and it stayed with us for thousands and thousands of years. So the industry is sorting the waste journey, the after journey of the waste that we are creating. Then the individuals, the young individuals today are working on reusing things. You must have heard a lot of startups and initiatives who are redesigning your products to use it as packaging, as reuse things. For example, I heard about a product which goes into the ocean. It is made out of agricultural waste and it is cleaning oceans. So these are the kind of products that we are looking to unclutter our future. Also, small habits. These will look like small habits like avoiding a single plastic straw. Generally, what we tend to do, we go drink coconut water, we ask the vendor a plastic straw, and we choose convenience. But that convenience is lingering in the landfill for thousands of years. The coconut water is consumed by you, but the single plastic straw is just lingering around. We can carry our steel straws. We can use substitutes to plastic straws. These will look like very small habits to start with. But, like I said, when you multiply the waste in the dustbin, similarly, you have to multiply your small habits. One person doing it, 100 people doing it, thousands, city, country, world, and we will be able to reduce the waste landfill. This is the future that I am looking forward to. The Samudra Manthan will not stop. The churning will not stop because every day we are working hard towards a better future, a faster day, a comfortable home for our kids. So we'll need convenience, we'll need comfort. The churning will definitely not stop. Can we say that we'll stop buying things? No. Can we say we can stop generating waste? Never. Can we say that we can just live in one cloth for the whole life? No. Can we decide that factories stop running because they're turning air pollution worse? We discuss about firecrackers. We discuss about a lot of small habits that are causing a lot of change in the ozone layer, in the atmosphere. We cannot stop doing all the things. It is impossible. But the only thing we can do is decide what the journey of the waste is after the dustbin. The dustbin is a sign of hope. And from today, when you start observing your dustbin in the house, from tomorrow, when you improve your practices, the dustbin will show how better you are living. The plastic bottle will be replaced by emptiness. The wrapper that was used for packaging will not be seen because probably you will walk to a store and buy a product that you actually needed rather than just choosing comfort and bringing it home in 4 minutes. You might just cycle to a place instead of using a car. You might just share a shoe or a cloth with a sibling. You might just rewear a cloth for an event which you do not need a new cloth for. And the dustbin will decrease the waste, and the waste will go on a very beautiful journey to the soil. We have a lot of examples that's happening around. People are using kulhad for tea, plantable paper for wedding invites, and a lot of many such examples which are showing how people are selecting the waste journey so appropriately that the waste is not going to the landfill but going to the soil. The future will have happy animals, renewable energy being used, and the churning will produce nectar. When I say that there is a way, when I say there is no away, I mean we cannot do away with waste, without plastic, without disposables. But if we design our disposables so properly and so appropriately that their waste journey goes back to soil and nurtures it, we definitely have a way. Just say no to all the disposables that are ending in your landfill. And we will decide that the future for our children will not be poison, but the nectar that came out of the Samudra Manthan. Thank you.